VHF Marine Radio Short Range. Master critical radio skills, communicate with confidence, handle DSC, and navigate emergencies at sea. Course Overview. Comprehensive Program. This course provides essential training on equipment operation, maritime regulations, and emergency procedures. This certification is vital for boaters and professionals to ensure safe, legal, and effective communication on the water. Target audience. This course is designed for both recreational boaters and maritime professionals, including captains, crew, and rescue personnel. Completing this training ensures you have the essential skills to communicate safely and effectively while on the water. Accreditations. Conducted for offshore oil and gas industry and inland vessel operations. Foundations of maritime radio. Communication types. Voice, digital selective calling, DSC, and data transmission. Station types. Ship, coast, and mobile stations in the maritime mobile service. Frequencies and channels. VHF maritime mobile band, frequency allocations, and channel usage. Equipment operation. Channel selection, volume control, squelch, handheld radios, and antenna maintenance. DSC and call procedures. MSI, your digital identity. Required for all DSC calls, links your vessel to distress alerts. Call priorities. Routine safety urgency distress. Emergency protocols. Mayday, Pan, and Sécurité, correct format every time. Distress frequency protection. Regulations safeguarding CH-16 and DSC CH-70 from misuse. Emergency equipment and safety communication. APIRBs and SARTs. Emergency position indicating radio beacons and search and rescue transponders, how to deploy and maintain them. Distress protocols. Initiating and responding to distress calls with correct procedures and prioritization of urgency messages. Safety broadcasts. Issuing and receiving Sécurité messages, using VHF to monitor safety information and navigational warnings. Standardized phrases. IMO-approved language for clear, effective communication, understood globally at sea. Regulations, procedures and practical skills. Legal requirements. Licensing, watchkeeping obligations, and regulatory compliance for VHF operation. Call procedures. Step-by-step protocols for making, receiving, and logging radiotelephone calls. IMO vocabulary. Awareness and use of the standard marine navigational vocabulary for unambiguous communication. Practical exercises. Real-life scenarios reinforce every skill, from routine calls to full distress simulations. Understand cost implications and manage communication expenses confidently. Simulated Mayday drills. DSC automated alert practice. Traffic exchange exercises. Radio log management. Course curriculum. Types of communication in maritime mobile service, voice communication, digital selective calling, DSC, and data transmission. Types of stations in maritime mobile service, ship stations, coast stations, and mobile stations. Elementary knowledge of radio frequencies and channels, understanding the VHF maritime mobile band, frequency allocations, and channel usage. Functionality of ship station equipment, basic components and operation of VHF marine radios. Radio telephone channels, overview of VHF channels used for distress, safety, and routine communication. How to operate VHF radio equipment, including channel selection, volume control, and squelch adjustment. Use and maintenance of handheld VHF radios. Types, installation, and maintenance of antennas for optimal performance. Understanding DSC features and their importance in distress communication. Routine, safety, urgency, and distress calls. Importance of MSI and its application in DSC calls. Procedures for Mayday, distress, pan, urgency, and Sécurité, safety, calls. Handling calls, setup and exchange of traffic information. Practical exercises on using DSC for automated distress alerts and routine calls. Regulations and practices for safeguarding distress frequencies from misuse. Receiving and understanding navigational warnings and weather forecasts. Use of APIRBs, emergency position indicating radio beacons, and SARTs, search and rescue transponders. Protocols for communicating distress, urgency, and safety information. Procedures for initiating and responding to distress calls. Handling and prioritizing urgency messages. Issuing and receiving safety-related messages. Utilizing VHF radio telephone to receive safety information broadcasts. Standardized phrases for clear and effective communication. Standardized phrases for clear and effective communication. Legal and regulatory requirements for VHF radio operation. Step-by-step procedures for making and receiving calls. Understanding cost implications and management of communication expenses. Real-life scenarios and exercises to reinforce learning. Practical and theoretical knowledge of radio-telephone call procedures. Awareness of the existence and use of the IMO standard marine navigational vocabulary.
Contact us for more information. You can call us, email us, or go through our website and visit us at this address.